So, peace, welcome. Water-Trine-Flow Tarot channel here. Uh, I just wanted to make a video about this Taurus full moon that we're having now in November 2019. It's just, I feel the energy really intensely, and I felt led to make a video about it. Maybe it'll be helpful to someone else out there to, hear my perspective on how the energy is affecting me personally and what I feel this is an opportune time for us to explore, like what possibly areas of our life this is a great time to shape up or hopefully it'll be helpful to someone else. I know just from experience these videos that I record are always helpful to me later on. So let's go. I made some notes so that I don't get totally off topic and ramble, because I will do it. But so I made some notes. So first of all, the moon energy itself deals with, it's our fourth house. It's like the base of the chart, right? So it's like our foundation. That energy is where we were nurtured, how we were nurtured, how we weren't nurtured. It's the foundation, the building blocks of our psyche. It's how we began to form, I want to say an emotional self, right? So it's our conditioning, our instincts, unconscious responses. And it's what makes us feel secure and safe. And right now, the moon itself is in the sign of Taurus. So that's the consciousness or the energy that it's expressing. Taurus is, second house energy. It's earthy and grounded is what I think of when I think about it. But also with this moon, it's making me think of self-worth, because Taurus energy is things that we value, our ability to earn, our finances, our possessions. Taurus is very much about possessions. The energy, the consciousness of the second house, Taurus house, is I have. So it's very much about the possessions. And to me, it's how we are grounded, where we're comfortable. So it goes, that energy with the moon goes very well. The moon is exalted in the sign of Taurus. So the moon is, to me, it's pretty happy where it is. It's pretty powerful where it is. Okay. Now with the full moon, that's, automatically in opposition with the sun. The sun is, it deals with the fifth house, our house of expression, our personal identity and attitude towards life. It's, our creative potential, well-being, what we're conscious of, self-expression and vitality, right? And right now the sun is in the sign of Scorpio, which is, the eighth house. It deals a lot with transformation through trauma and intense emotional situations, intense emotions, and gaining mastery of yourself through those intense emotions. It's a very penetrating and detective energy, right? Scorpio wants to get down to the nasty nitty gritty, all the hidden parts of it. Okay, and that's where our sun is. So our sun, it's right now for me, the two energies coming together, they're opposing each other. So for me, that's like a mirror, right? So they're mirroring each other. And that can be tension, but it can also be a giving. Once it starts to work together, once we are aware of the energy, then it can work together and it becomes I think for this full moon, it becomes a way for us to dive deep into our inner psyche and look at the foundation of our instincts and emotional reactions, especially when it comes to our self-value and self-worth, right? We also have Mercury, which is in retrograde, conjuncting the sun in Scorpio and, opposing this moon. I really feel like it's just a chance for us to, with Mercury being retrograde, Mercury retrograde always seems to be, especially for me, a time when it's best to internalize Mercury energy, Mercury inquisitiveness and thoughts, thinking things through, almost like a level of analyzation. That's, Virgo-ish, but it's still, it's the Mercury energy, right? And it's conjuncting the sun, which is in Scorpio. It's like it's shining a light on our psychological traumas and conditionings, what has made our ego, what we did to cope with the traumas and, traumatic people, situations, events, things that sparked deep, intense emotions in us, what we did, what ego we made, what part of our ego comes from those issues, right? Because they then, as far as the moon in Taurus, it's like, okay, they then built our foundation on how we instinctively react to things. And right now, this full moon is like shining a light. The sun is shining a light into Scorpio with Mercury. It's like all into our deep, deep thoughts and deep, deep traumas. And it's really giving us a chance because the moon is trining Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, which Saturn and Pluto, that's karma and, transformation. So it's like, almost like we can be released. The moon is cycles, right? Cycles, women. So it's like we can be released from some of our karma and some of those traumatic cycles that we might, keep replaying in our head, thus replaying in our life. And now is a chance for us to get to the bottom of it, and not just get to the bottom of it, but get to the bottom of it and transform it. Because we have this opportunity here with the moon in Taurus, trining the Saturn and Pluto. Once we get to the bottom of any of our deep, dark stuff, right? I feel like that allows us to really understand and elevate our self-worth. And when we do that, when we elevate and allow and receive and feel worthy of, then we invite in all this material abundance. Because if you don't feel worthy on any level within your spirit, then that can definitely block your manifestation of material abundance, right? You have to be abundant in spirit and allowing of it for it to come into fruition. So it's the magic of it, because there's practicality, Taurus, and there's magic, Scorpio. And the magic of it is once we do this work that, and it's easy for us to do right now. The stars are aligned for us to get to the bottom of our deep, dark stuff and our issues with self-worth and our psychological trauma and the things that made, the ugly parts of our ego, right? So it's practicality and magic. You can, once you use the magic of Scorpio, then your practical reality magically changes because you are now not blocking yourself anymore. And whatever it is, sometimes with Scorpio, the trauma can make us really intense in our emotions about triggers. Like triggers can come up and they can be almost obsessive, right? Like, no, I won't do this, and I'll never, and that kind of stuff. And like right now is our chance to release that and change that, become more open, become more receptive, become more grounded in knowing that we are safe and we are secure. We're grounded to the earth and we can grow and perform magic tricks and it'll all be okay, right? Like to me this is an amazingly opportune time to get to the bottom of any self-worth issues and allow your true value to shine in your life. Okay? That was it. That's all I kind of wanted to say, I believe. Make sure I touched on all my notes. Yeah, so this is a change in our personal value system, which brings the change in our material reality. So enjoy your full moon energy. I would say, definitely do your, because this is Taurus energy, practical magic, right? So definitely do your candle work, write out your intentions, do some shadow work, right? Write it. Do your shadow work in writing, journal, journal your shadow work. But it's a great time to really understand the value of you. Okay? All right, I'm going to do the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, for this full moon in Taurus. And it'll be like combined full moon in Taurus along with like mid-November energy. So I'm going to do those right now, and I'll probably upload them all together. And I don't know, I hope this helped you. I'm sure it'll help me. And yeah, do the work. This is a great chance to like really understand yourself, to gain control of yourself, pull back all the pieces that you left behind in traumatic situations, get back to the real you. All right, on the readings, I'll kind of go into the houses for that this Taurus Scorpio full moon is happening in for the different signs. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like. My email is below.
Peace.